Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. This is going to be about saving laser time. On 4 of these, I just mentioned this last night, how to make a shipping crate for these boxes or for these crosses to ship in the mail without the fragile cross breaking. And in just cutting out 4, I saved 1 minute and 15 seconds. So what I'm going to do, this thing is, 5.336. I'm going to make my nudge factor point 5.336. And then I'm going to take the first one, I'm going to Control D, and I'm going to move it over 4 spaces. Now I'm going to take this original one, I'm going to grab the shape tool, I'm going to take these 2 nodes, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to break the line apart. Then I'm going to get my virtual segment delete key and delete that line. I'm going to Control D and move it over, Control D and move it over. What it's doing is not having to cut these 3 lines again. So once it cuts it, it's done with that line. The only other way, you could have done this is, sorry about that, is take this cross and, make it like, let's make it 5.5, and then Control D, move it over, Control D, Control D. So if you see what I'm talking about, it's going to cut these lines twice. Doesn't need to. It's going to work just as well. And this is saving 15 or in 1 minute and 15 seconds on basically just saving 3 lines. Can you imagine what you would do if you were doing a whole page of them? How much time you would save? And then what you would do on there is just do the exact same thing on the bottom. Let's just do that for a second. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this one. Let's, this thing is 9.307. Let's change our nudge factor to 9.307. Let's take this one and Control D and nudge it down like 4 times. Well, that's actually off the laser bed, and that wouldn't quite work anyway, but just going to show you. And then take your shape tool and break these 2 nodes apart. Try not to get anything else. Break these 2 nodes apart, and then take your virtual segment delete key and break that. And you could actually do the top and the bottom, Control D and move that down. It's going to do 2 lines at the top, but you could do the same thing. Well, we've already done, it's not. It's completing that line. So that would save you time. And then to do it across, you would do what we did earlier. Pretty neat little trick to save a little time. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.